In the heart of West Africa, where the savannah stretched endlessly beneath a golden sun, there lay a village called Adogbè. Life here was simple yet profound. The mornings were filled with the sound of pounding pestles as women prepared fufu and cassava. Children ran barefoot through dusty paths, chasing each other while the elders sat under the baobab tree, telling ancient stories that carried the wisdom of centuries. But above all, the soul of Adogbè lived in its towering Kapok tree, a giant that had stood for generations. It was not just a tree, it was a shrine, a bridge between the living and the spirits of the ancestors. Its roots twisted like the veins of the earth itself, and its branches stretched so high that the villagers said they touched the heavens. The people called it the Tree of the Ancestors. In this village lived Kofi, a man of quiet strength. He was known for his honesty, his hard work in the fields, and his devotion to his wife, Amina, and their only daughter, Zalika. Zalika was the light of their lives, a girl whose laughter brought warmth even to the coldest evening. But peace, like the dry season, does not last forever. Strange things began to happen in Adogbè. The river, once clear and lively, turned murky at night, and animals refused to drink from it. Fishermen cast their nets only to find them empty. At night, people heard cries from the distant savannah, cries that sounded too human to belong to wild beasts. Fear crept into the hearts of the villagers. Around the evening fire, the elders shook their heads, whispering, "The spirits are restless. Something has been disturbed." One night, the entire village gathered in the square. The drums stopped, and Mama Jeneba, the old priestess with eyes as sharp as a hawk, stood tall before them. Her voice was heavy with authority as she declared, "The spirit of the Kapok tree is troubled. An ancient vow has been broken. Until the truth is revealed and the balance restored, Adogbè will know no peace. The spirits will demand a sacrifice." A silence heavier than stone fell over the crowd. Mothers held their children close. Men exchanged uneasy glances, but no one spoke. That night, Kofi sat alone outside his hut, staring at the stars that seemed more distant than ever. His heart carried a burden too heavy to share. 20 years earlier, as a desperate young man, he had done the unthinkable. Hunger had stalked him like a shadow. His parents were gone, and he had nothing but his hands. One night, driven by despair, he had taken his machete and cut a branch from the sacred Kapok tree. With it, he crafted carvings to sell in the nearby town. The money fed him for weeks, but the act was forbidden. The ancestors had been betrayed. From that day, he buried the truth deep inside, building a life, raising a family, hoping the past would stay silent. But dreams began to haunt him. Night after night, he saw dark figures standing at his doorway. They whispered, calling for Zalika. He would wake drenched in sweat, whispering to himself, "No, not her. Let the spirits take me if they must, but not my daughter." Zalika was no ordinary girl. She had inherited her grandmother's gift of intuition. She felt the heaviness in the air, the way the shadows lingered longer than they should. One evening, she walked quietly to Mama Jeneba's hut. The priestess welcomed her with a knowing look. Without speaking, she laid out cowrie shells, muttered incantations, and placed a calabash of water before them. The water rippled though no wind stirred. Images formed upon its surface. A young man with desperate eyes, a machete, a branch falling from the sacred Kapok tree. Zalika gasped. It was her father. Her heart cracked like dry earth. The man she adored, the pillar of her world, had broken the vow that now cursed the entire village. Mama Jeneba placed a hand on Zalika's trembling shoulder. "Child, you carry the shadow of your father's past. Only courage and truth can free you." Zalika left the hut torn between two loves, her family and her people. As fear deepened, the elders called for a great ritual. At sunset, the entire village gathered beneath the kapok tree. Fires blazed, drums echoed like heartbeats. Men, women, and children knelt, chanting prayers to the ancestors. Then, suddenly, silence. The wind roared through the branches, extinguishing some of the torches. The ground trembled, and a voice older than time thundered from the tree itself. The one who broke the vow must step forward. Reveal the truth, or all shall suffer. The villagers froze. No one moved. Kofi's body shook, but his lips refused to open. Zalika, her heart pounding, stepped forward instead. Her voice rang out clear. "Ancestors, if a sin was committed in my bloodline, punish me instead of those I love. Let me bear the weight of the fault." Gasps filled the night. A girl offering herself in sacrifice? Impossible! But at that moment, the roots of the kapok tree glowed faintly with a soft golden light. The spirits had listened. Kofi could bear it no longer. He stumbled forward, tears streaming down his face, and fell to his knees. "No, do not take her. It was me. I was young, foolish, and starving. I cut the sacred branch. I betrayed the vow, and I hid my sin for 20 years. The villagers cried out. Some shouted in anger, others wept in pity. The weight of his confession pressed upon every heart. Mama Jeneba raised her staff. Her eyes blazed as she spoke. "Spirits of the ancestors, hear us! The truth has been spoken. The daughter's courage and the father's confession are the sacrifice you demanded. Not blood, but honesty has restored the balance at once. The wind calmed. The torches reignited. The river, far away, began to flow clear again. The children's coughs faded, and peace fell upon Adogbè like dawn after a storm. That night, the people of Adogbè understood a truth deeper than the roots of the sacred tree. Zalika had saved her people through love and courage. Kofi had learned that secrets, no matter how deeply buried, always rise to the surface. The elders gathered beneath the kapok tree and carved words that would guide generations to come. He who loves enough to tell the truth saves more souls than he knows. Silence feeds the shadow, but truth sets us free. And so, the name of Zalika lived on, not just as a daughter, but as a savior of her people. A young girl who dared to defy the shadows out of love. Thank you for watching this story from the village of Adogbè. If this tale touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more powerful African stories. And share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about the lesson of this story.